All right, you know what's on the docket today? Arena Direct. You win sealed boxes of Japanese MH3. Play MH3 sealed. Sounds like a pretty good deal. 7 wins gets you 2 boxes. 6 wins gets you a box. Let's win some boxes, shall we? Crack some packs here. All right. The cool thing about this format, you actually didn't need rares to be successful, though obviously they did help. So let's see what we got rare-wise. Ooh. Double Springheart Nantuku. This card is busted. That's nice. Eladamri's not bad either. What does the Ashling do? Recast or copy an instant draw card. Discard a card. Huh. That card I don't recall being particularly good, but green's by far the best color. Opening a couple green rares seems pretty nice. Oh, double Serum Visionary. That's a good one to put the Springheart on. Oh, Path of Annihilation. All right, triple Horrific Assault, huh? Let's put basically all the triple Altasaur. Okay, double Planner Genesis. All right, that's got to be triple Galvanic Discharge. Okay, this is quite the thing. Let's see what lands we have. Blue-green, Teamer, blue-green. So not a lot of red, but we'll see. What are our big things? We didn't... It's not like we need 7s because we have the Altasaurs, but those can obviously cycle. Let's see what this looks like with blue-green. Emrakul's Messenger seems nice in this deck. And this is a lot of creatures. 16, yeah, so that makes Eladamri good. It's not playing Sage right now. Utter Insignificance or Bespoke Battle Wagon, which I think is fine. Triple Galvanic Discharge is definitely appealing. Oh, Nyxborn Hydra's good too. So I could play that off of Mountain and a bunch of those. Thing is, I have triple Horrific Assault. I'm going to just lean into that. I can cut out land because of Sink into Stupor. So it's 13, 16, 17 lands. I mean, this deck just kind of builds itself, to be honest. I could put in Suppression Ray. I actually kind of like that one against other Eldrazi decks. Sometimes you just cast this for 5 mana, tap all our creatures, and win the game. And any white splashes? Because I have about a Tranquil Landscape and the Suppression Ray and the Path of Annihilation, but I don't think so. I think I'm going to mostly win off Springheart Nantuko on like either Serum Visionary or just like one of the big things. Don't want the Battle Wagon. I don't think I need the Sage. It's the weakest of these, and I have Nightshade Dryad and double Planner Genesis. Not splashing. I think just not splashing makes sense too. My card quality is insane. So I have 7. I have 10 green sources and 5, 8, 9, 10 blue sources. I could probably even go up 1 more green and 1 fewer blue. Thinking the Stupor I still think is worth playing. All right. And this is 12, 15, 16, 17 lands. Just cutting lands for those straight up because I think once you have enough of the flip cards, you don't want to cut a land for each one because you want to actually like play your cards. But these I think are good enough that, or rather, these are situational enough that I don't mind just playing them as lands. I do need to cut a card or two though. Is there any thought to it being the Hydra? Hydra's pretty good. I just have a lot of these Eldrazi. Emrakul's Messenger looks pretty great here. I guess the 4th fight spell might not be what I want. Because I have Signature Slam, which is very good. And then 2 Horrific Assaults. Not the best Horrific Assault deck, but I've got Nightshade Dryad. I can still kill things with like, these 4 toughness creatures. And then I have the big things too. I'm not cutting any of the 7s, honestly. I don't want to do that. Maybe I do cut the Nyxborn Hydra. Is there any thought to that? It's pretty... I have a lot of really big things, and I think I like these all better, so I'm going to try doing that. This gives me such a good late game engine too. All right. This deck's pretty awesome. Do I need colorless? I actually don't even need colorless for anything except Depth Defiler. I think that's the only one. So I don't need to play random like 1 color lands. If I had a couple red lands, well, more than just a Bountiful Landscape, then these Galvanic Discharges would be in, but I actually feel pretty great about this. Utter Insignificance might be the last card. I could play that over a Horrific Assault, but no, I think I like this. Oh wait, hold on. Evolution Witness Springheart's also sick. Okay. You make a token that's a copy, and then you put... I'm just looking at Evolution Witness. It does make me like the Utter Insignificance a little bit more because it's a permanent removal spell you can just get back with the Witness, but Let's try it like this, and let's see if the Horrific Assaults end up playing horrifically. I might swap that in, but Horrific Assault's pretty good. All right, battling against Cloud here. Let's see if you're in the wrong set, buddy. I'm on the play. Oh yeah, I mean, I get to crack this for blue, and then I can have turn 2 Planar Genesis, and I'm not sure what I want to do after that, but I guess we'll find out. We'll see what we hit. Hopefully lands. Okay, land. Though, actually, given this draw, I think I'm going to play Messenger because I have just a good 3 to play. Why don't I just play this on 3 and then turn 4 if I need to, I can Planar Genesis. Just getting Eladamri out is pretty nice. And with 2 creatures. All right, land, Eladamri. Top card isn't a creature, it's a draw spell. Nice. I have high hopes for this deck. Just very powerful and only 2 colors. All right, Eladamri down. But now I'm just going to run Bestow Springheart on this. Land. Make a copy. And then if I draw a land next turn and I cast this and these both trigger, incredible. If I don't, I'll just Planar Genesis. And they kind of need a kill spell for the Messenger, or yeah, they're in a lot of trouble. The black decks can be good in sealed. I'll go back to the sealed pool after this game, actually, because I want to talk a little bit more about sealed if anyone else is interested. Let's see. Yeah, I think I just go land. Do I want to make a copy, actually? No, I'll just do that. And then I'll cast this now just so they don't remove any of my things. Then they both trigger. Yeah. And then I hit there for 5. And then next turn I can Altasaur here. I could also Bountiful Landscape, crack the fetch, make 2 more Emrakul's Messengers. That would also be nice. But basically the rundown for MH3 sealed, if you manage to catch one, I guess I'm posting this on the last day. No, I think this is up for like 2 more days, actually. I look to try to build Eldrazi. I look at what lands let me do, and then usually you'll be green. Some combination of Teamer is the most common, but you can also play like 5-color decks, and it really depends on what are your most powerful synergies typically. Here, let's go Bountiful Landscape, make a token, and I think Altasaur, I don't think I need to leave up. Do I want to leave up Signature Slam? 5. Oh, wait. 6. I don't even have enough mana to do that anyway. So let's just cast this and sack the minimum number. All right. Annoyed Altasaur. Let's go into Planar Genesis. Sure. I'll just pick up another Springheart here. And send for 2 in the air. They go to 9. They have a 6/5 to deal with, and Springheart can go on anything. Oh, Writhing Chrysalis. You should also play as many of those as you can. But I don't think that's going to save them here. Into Idol of the False God. So this is where you kind of don't want to end up, like base black, but with Eldrazi. Also, Colossal Dreadmask is a card I typically try to avoid playing. Let's see. Let's bestow on, I think we just bestow on the Altasaur. Springheart number 2. That's this. Okay, this is the right one. All right, they gave up, as they should. All right, time for round 2, the Karn Mirror. I'm on the play with, just a perfect draw again. So here I go turn 2 Dryad. I guess turn 3. Yeah, I'll probably Springheart and make a copy of the Dryad. That's just very good still. Anytime you can land Springheart and make a copy of the thing, it's pretty strong. Oh, they have an effect here? Okay. Are they dismembering? They could have dismember. That'd be the bad thing. They might have the black-green land that gives a +1, the spell land. It's like +1/+1 counter and indestructible. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to do this. bestow this. Land. Make another one. And then now they have to kill the Nightshade Dryad, and yeah, I still end up fairly far ahead, I would say. And it would be nice. Oh, kill the Springheart Nantuko. That I actually would not mind, because then I can just witness it back. They're rumbling instead, picking up one of those things. So I have 4. I'm going to have 5 mana next turn. I kind of want to cycle the Tusker because getting to 7 is really nice. But let's see what we draw. Oh, that's so... It's all working out really nicely here. Let's go Emrakul's Messenger. And then cycle a Tusker. They do have Dismember in hand. No. That just gives priority because they can sack that thing. Never mind. Another Altasaur. And wow, let's battle. So next turn, I have 7 mana if they don't kill Nightshade Dryad. It'd be nice to draw a land and not have to sack both tokens, because then next turn I'd lock in to be able to play both. But I mean, this deck's going to outpower most decks, I think. Like they can play they're going to play their 4 mana 6/6, which is like, oh, they're not even. I was going to say, which is like ahead of the curve, but I'm just going to play a 6/5 Reach Trample Cascade at that same point in time. That's the other thing. If you play the set, they got screwed by the auto tapper here. I assume they don't want to sack Shelter and Landscape as much as pumping the Ooze, but they did not give them the opportunity. Yeah, land is great. Now I get to Springheart. And Altasaur. Let's see what we got. But I don't want to hit a Springheart Nantuko. It's actually not great to hit that. Serum Visionary, though. I'll take that. Oh, I went past a 7. That's funny. Okay, Serum Visionary. It's going to trigger Emrakul's Messenger. Oh, yeah. This deck is smooth. I guess I'll do it this way and then just lock in to do that. Or, here's the question. I don't want to put the Altasaur below the Visionary, because then if I cast Altasaur, I don't get the Visionary. Or I go to Cascade past the Altasaur. The question is Serum Visionary a better or worse than the average hit from this position? I actually think it's fine, because it makes a token, and I can't hit the 7s with Altasaur with Cascade, so no reason to, I think, get too greedy here. They are, I think, pretty cooked. I get to hit them down to 17. I mean, I guess it's like they have a pretty high life total still, but I have a million creatures in play. And at some point, I'm going to cast this Horrific Assault. In fact, next turn, what I might do is sack an extra token just to have a forest up. Or I guess a Nightshade Dryad. So I can cast Horrific Assault as well. But we'll see if they like tap out for the Wumpus. See, like they didn't sack the Landscape. They did want to pump the Ooze, but the auto tapper always leaves these untapped because they think you want to sack it, which, you know, there's a limitation to this tool, right? And so I just have to warn you that don't run into that, or don't get caught by surprise at least. Yep, here comes the Wumpus. Womp womp, and draw. So let's go sack this, because I'm going to get another one of those anyway. And then Altasaur. Little do they know, there's a third one coming into Serum Visionary. I'll see what I could have gotten if I put Serum Visionary in the bottom. What could I have cascaded into? Planar Genesis? Yeah, that is worse. I will keep Horrific Assault on top, I think. Seems like that will be good here. Okay, and then let's go Horrific Assault on the new Altasaur and the Wumpus. And do they have the 1 mana +1/+1 indestructible? The Revitalizing Repast, they do. Okay, I gain 3. It's not a fight though, so I don't like lose anything, and then it's indestructible, so I'm just gonna hit. And next turn, I have another Horrific Assault. I can use my 1/1 Death Toucher. Drownyard Lurker. Alright, so they have 2 7/7s. I don't know that Horrific Assault does that much for me right now, does it? Because if I kill the 7/7 trample, I can't really attack. Let's see what happens if I attack with everything. That doesn't really work out now. Let's just play another Altasaur. They're probably like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, and I milled 1,000,000 lands and then put a propagator drone into play? Nice. Oh, I guess I don't actually have any tokens right now, so the propagator drones. Oh wait, it gives the insect tokens evolve? Oh. And my Nightshade? Okay, never mind. That's actually disgusting. My deck's even better than I thought. Alright, well. Let's hit for 2, and next turn they're gonna get attacked with everything. I'm gonna horrific assault, probably kill one of the things, and then they're just gonna have to deal with the rest of this. This is I think the best sealed pool I've opened, and it's the first one I've recorded, so that's nice. Nice that works out that way. Okay, draw. All right, horrific assault. Let's go Nightshade Dryad on the 6/8. Okay, it's dead, and let's attack with everything. And is it worth? I don't need a signature slam first, because at some point they'll block an Altasaur, and I can signature slam one of those. They might even just be straight up dead. Yeah, it's not even close. What are we even doing here? All right. These games, I mean, just to look at this deck again real quick. Obviously, I could still lose it, so I'm not saying I'm going to guaranteed win, but like 2 Planar Genesis Nightshade Dryad, so I have like 3 turn 2 accelerators and 2 Serum Visionaries. Like my deck is so consistent. It's got many copies of a lot of the same cards, and it's only playing 2 colors. It doesn't even really have colorless costs, so it's like really hard for this deck to misfire, it feels like. I'm on the play. I mean, this is one of the hands where it could. I don't have a second green for Eladamri. I think I'm going to play Sink into Stupor tapped. Honestly, there's a chance I shouldn't play this now. So here's the main reason I think this is maybe dubious is Altasaur cascades into that. Is that good or bad? It feels like it's not great. They mulligan to look like, yeah. Okay, well, I guess the one downside of playing this on turn 1 is if I draw on turn 2 exactly one of the tap lands. Actually this, oh wait, no, I have to draw it on turn 3. All right, I'm just gonna sack it now then. Just get this. So yeah, actually there's no cost to playing that in that sense. All right, well they have a 1/2 Death Touch with a really hard to trigger ability otherwise. Hopefully I don't have more things here. Okay, well, look, I have Eladamri. If they can't kill it, then maybe it can do some things. Signature Slam's not a good card to be on top, unfortunately. Even if they can, turn 4, I'm just going to do nothing. I'm already locked into that if the Eladamri dies. But turn 5, I Truths, and then turn 6, Altasaur, turn 7, Altasaur. It's pretty good. So is cascading into Sophophoric Springs good? Interesting one to think of. It'd be really nice if Eladamri lived, but it looks like I'm getting... yeah, signature slammed. All right. Well, draw, land, go. But at least they didn't put another creature on the board, so now I go to 15, and if they play a creature, they attack me with that one as well. Hopefully they don't have one. No Writhing Chrysalis. Oh, Ophiomancer. Jeez, that's a pretty good one. All right. All right, gonna go to 10 here. I can still outgrind all this. I mean, I'm going to draw 3 cards, and I'm going to have this plus Cascade. I really want to not hit Planar Genesis. What do I want to hit off the Altasaur? Probably like a Drowned Defiler or Depth Defiler or what have you. All right. I go to 10. Let's hope they don't have anything good. Looks like a Rumble. Yeah. Ew, into Emperor Bones? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Not drawing anything to play on turn 4. That's kind of the issue here. All right. Gonna need some good cascading, huh? Interesting. Alternatively, I do have the option of casting, making other plays. Let's see. I can Spring Heart onto the Eldrazi, or I can play Emrakul's Messenger, Spring Heart onto it, play a land, and Signature Slam. So I end up with a 3/2, a token, and the Emperor Bones dead. It's probably better. Then playing Altasaur. The problem with playing Altasaur is if I miss on Altasaur, it's a disaster. I don't want to pay one, but I will go Signature Slam, this and this. Just do that now while they're tapped out. And while they can't make the Emperor Bones big or whatever. All right. Yeah, this looks okay, because now I can block the Ophiomancer with the 2/2. They can hit me for like 3. And then next turn I can Altasaur and makes another 1/1 off Spring Heart, because my current plan is not to block with Emrakul's Messenger. But we'll see. If they have a removal spell for the Messenger, it doesn't really change much because I wasn't going to block with it anyways. I can take 3 here going to 7. I don't think trading the 2/2 token for a snake sacking, or it'd actually be just chumping that. I don't think I need to do that yet. Colossal Dread Mask. All right. I'm glad I didn't cascade into that. Let's decline to make a thing and then go Altasaur, and let's hit something decent here. Oh, Path of Annihilation. That's kind of interesting. All right. It doesn't stop the 6/6, but it does mean that I have a lot of mana next turn. If they have a removal for Altasaur, this is still pretty rough. But if they don't, I kind of feel like I'm getting somewhere. I guess if they have removal for Altasaur, I can like suck up some Altasaur damage with these tokens. Emrakul's Messenger trades for Grist, or some Dreadmaw damage. Oh, Sundering Eruption? Oh. So I'm just dead. They just had that. Okay. Creatures without flying or reach? Damn. This is unfortunate. My deck was very good, but they're not playing a card on turn 4, and they had just removal spells. Ophiomancer's a great card. Okay, I don't know why they're still thinking, but maybe they're worried that I could play something at instant speed. I still have a little bit of mana. I mean, is there a chance they don't attack here with lethal? Probably not. Okay. all right. Come on. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. 2-1 here. Well, I'm going to be disappointed if I don't do a little better than that. So let's keep going. But yeah, I basically, the turn I needed to, I played Eladamri. I needed to hit something to play on the next turn, and hitting a removal spell that needed a creature. I mean, that's kind of the drawback of the fight spells, but let's see what we got here. I'm on the play, and yeah, I mean, this hand is just nigh unbeatable. Oh, actually, I should have even probably cracked that for a blue here. Here, though, I will play the Nightshade Dryad. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter because Path is going to make it so I don't really have mana issues, but I guess here's the disaster. If they go like Wither and Bloom, Nightshade Dryad, or Galvanic Discharge, Nightshade Dryad, and then I draw... Oh, then I don't even have to draw anything because I already have Dranyard Lurker in hand. Yeah, the Accursed Marauder. All right. Well, this was on me, so let's see. Let's draw for a turn. Play the landscape. And let's just get our island now. Okay. I still think we're going to be fine, but I should have just cracked that on turn 1. Let's see what they got. No, Nightshade Dryad. All right. Land. Cycle this now because I might as well hit a land drop if I can. All right, pass the turn. What do they got? They're 5 mana now. Thought Not Seer. Oh my god. This is the most painful thing I could imagine. Where now my Path of Annihilation is going to get taken, and instead of, I should have just had Path out this last turn, and then they would look at 3/7 drops. Now they're just taking Path. It's obscene how bad this is for me. Let's just play the Witness though, and pass. Or actually, I should have just cracked it now. Ah, man, I'm just like... I mean, it's like, okay, I can keep the Eldrazi token to block, but I'm actually going to want the Witness. I really need it to work. Cascading misplays will be the death of me, you know? I guess we'll see if they attack with the Thought Not Seer or not. Next turn... Okay, let's just do this now then. Okay, and I'm just going to get back... I'm going to get back the land, I think. I could get back Nightshade Dryad, but... Demon Furior? Do I want Witness on top? Draw Cycle Drown Yard. No, I guess I don't. Next turn, I get to cycle Drown Yard Lurker. Let's see what we draw. Oh, Serum Visionary is pretty nice. So let's just do that, I think. Let's see. Well, the thing is, if I draw a land, cycling this is much better. So I think I just will cycle this. And here I'm supposed to Foreboding Landscape afterwards. Oh, okay, land. All right, well, next turn, if I draw a land, I can play an Altasaur. If I don't draw a land, I can go Serum Visionary. And maybe they'll kill my Propagator Drone. That wouldn't bother me too much. They still have a bunch of cards in hand because they did cast a draw 3. Curse Marauder in this deck. they got me pretty good. I guess they're just like blue-green Eldrazi splash black for some removal. And then, unbelievable with my opening hand that I ended up never casting Path of Annihilation this game, isn't it? Okay, it's a 7/5. Did they play their land first? Yeah, this has landfall, so... Alright, at least I'm not the only one making horrific errors. Let's play the Altasaur, finally start to get these 7s going. What do we got? Oh, into Serum Visionary? That is not bad. Alright. So I wouldn't hate another land here. Okay. I don't want Planar Genesis, but I will take another land. Ether Spike? Okay. We're getting got by like a Curse Marauder and Ether Spike and are not that good in sealed. They have their moments, and you do play them sometimes, but they're a little situational. They've just been max value against me, which is kind of annoying. Next turn, though, I do get to Altasaur again. Oh, never mind. They're going to just kill me now. This is like I can't believe I'm going to upload this. This is horrible. I mean, you're welcome. You can see what not to do, but we're going to run it back. We're going to hop in the queue again. But what a disaster. I should have won that game by so much. I did not deserve to win, and in fact, I did not. And it serves me right to go 0-2 or 2-2 with this deck. If I had just cracked the landscape on turn 1, just for no reason, I didn't. And I would have had turn 3 cycle, turn 4 path. They thought not me, and then I just go Altasaur, and probably win. But you know what? Maybe my next sealed deck will be better. It won't. This is the best sealed deck I've had. But we'll see, though. All right, let's hop in. Let's open some packs and see if we can... This will be a lesson on recovering from brutal misplays. I got an Ophiomancer. Ether Revolt's a very strong energy card, but you don't usually go energy in sealed. White is just quite bad. My blue triple Emrakul's Messenger, double. All right, that's something. Let's see what green looks like. Double Rumble, double Hydra Trainer. I don't really like those. Some decent Eldrazi and Altasaur. And a Chrysalis, triple Tusker Breaker. Okay, this looks like a good Eldrazi deck. I don't have good lands, but I guess I have 2 blue-red lands and a red-green land. All right, triple Cranioram. Do I have any black? No, black is usually not that good either. Triple Messenger is something. See, like Ether Spike, I try to avoid playing it, but sometimes you just have to. I think I'm going to splash a little bit of red. And this time I'm not getting away from the Hydra, I don't think. This is 5 red sources, 7, 8 green, and 5, 7 blue. Okay, that's not so bad. Though, I have 1 colorless card. Oh, and Breaker. I'm kind of debating whether I need to play a Shattered Landscape as just... It sacks to go get a red if I need to. Oh, I should play this red-blue land. That's nice. That's a nice little bonus. And I like Foul Strike. Fangs of Colonia is fine. I might have just did die to it, but is it good in this deck? I guess... What are my removal? I don't have any removal spells, so I guess I have to play the Ghostfire Slice. And this is 6, 8, 14, 15. So this is 1 land too many, so I'll cut an island. This is 6 red sources for those 2 cards. 7 red sources. There aren't that many creatures with flying is the thing, so maybe I can just cut the Foul Strike actually, because it's mostly a trick. I could actually go down 1 red source if I wanted. This is 5, 6, 7, 8 blue and 6, 7 green. I need another green for sure. So I think I do that. 16, 17 lands. I need to cut 1 card. It's possible it's the Hydra again, because again, it's just like I have these giant Eldrazi that I think take the priority. I like Evolution Witness well enough. Rumble, all those. Yeah. All right. It's that or cut It Heralds the End. I have all these 7s, and it's just like a pretty good card. I'll cut the Hydra again. That one's close. And not splashing Ophiomancer or anything. This deck's a little short on lands. I still actually don't know if I want to put a Shattered Landscape. I have enough tokens. I should probably be able to get to colorless fairly easily. All right, let's try this again. This time I'm gonna attempt not to embarrass myself as thoroughly as last time. That game is a tragedy. It's one of those tragedies that I can't complain about because it's like I did this to myself, but it's like, oh my god, this is so brutal how this ran out. All right, battling Feldegriff here. Yeah, I'm on the play, and Rumble into blue could be decent. Drawing an island would be incredible, actually. It Heralds the End is not it. All right. I'm just going to take the Wumpus and probably just run out of turn 3 Wumpus and hope that's good enough, because, I mean, if it's not, then that's fine too. But against white-green, as long as they don't have a Dog Umbra, I guess. Oh, Nightshade Dryad. All right. Well, let's just Wumpus, and then our backup plan will be to cast Nightshade Dryad. Okay, they didn't play anything end of turn. Play a 2/3 Outlast. Your modified creatures have lifelink. Oh, just play Worn Power Stone. That's great. And next turn, I can play It Heralds the End and Nightshade Dryad. I could also cycle Tusker, but I'm pretty close to casting this thing. Don't really want to do that. Basking Broodscale. Oh, it's going to have lifelink. Look at that. It makes an 0/1. And they're going to attack because there's no block in here. Okay, Island is nice. Because now I can go It Heralds the End. Emrakul's Messenger. Nightshade Dryad. And the Dryad I don't even really need. It adds red mana. So that's something. I'm just looking at, like, do I want to block the Basking Brood Scale? Because it does have lifelink, so I kind of want to get it off the board. We'll see. They're gonna Ajani fells the Godsire on that. Okay. I mean, Emrakul's Messenger is pretty good too. I don't even need the Nightshade Dryad to cast the Warp Tusker. I think I am gonna take it though, because once I play the Tusker, they can't really attack with the Brute Scale all that well. Let's just cast the Tusker here. And I don't think I want to cast Idle. I don't want to sack a spawn to cast Idle. So let's just attack in the air for 3. They go to 7. Next turn, they get to put a Vigilance token on something. They should put it on... Oh, if they put it on Envoy, it'll have lifelink. But they could also just put it on the 2-1. So it also has lifelink. Okay, they put it on the Envoy. They have another removal spell here. If they don't, then they're in a bit of trouble. If they do, it kind of depends on what they've got. Angel of the Ruins. So they're going to eat my Worn Power Stone. All right. I'm glad I didn't play the Idol. All right. Worn Power Stone's dead. I mean, Angel's pretty big. It's going to get Double Strike next turn. Ghostfire Slice is nice. So if I attack with the Warp Tusker, let's cast Serum Visionary first. See if I draw something that changes any of this. Altasaur is nice. These are all nice. I could Altasaur into Brain Surge next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I don't have enough mana for Altasaur next turn. Well, in that case, I will keep Brain Surge on top. Yeah, that's probably where I want it. All right. And, oh no, I do have enough for Altasaur next turn. So the question is, do I attack with the Tusker? I think they're at 7, they blocked that. I'm at 15. I'm just worried about, like, they're double striking this. No, I actually kind of think I don't attack, and I think I want to keep up Ghostfire Slice because there's a pretty big chance that I'll want to Ghostfire Slice the Envoy to take away lifelink from whatever it is they're doing. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I guess I have to block for sure. Otherwise I really get toasted. Okay. 1 mana Ghostfire Slice is kind of nice. All right. Well, that was okay. And now I can Altasaur. It's 9. Let's attack with the Tusker. I don't think I need to attack with anything with the other things. Well, hold on. What if I attack with everything? That Brute Scale blocks that. They block that. They go to 3. No, that doesn't seem as good. Let's just attack like this. Slam an Altasaur into Emrakul's Messenger. And then they're at 7. Brain Surge will make more tokens in the future here, but that's not the end of the world. Okay, so this is a 3-4. Looks at the top 6 cards to put an artifact or enchantment, and they missed. Alright, so now attacking with the Angel of Ruins doesn't even look that good, I don't think. Oh, they have Static Prison. That was their last card. Okay. Get the Tusker. And if they attack, no, they had to attack back. Oh, Chrysalis is nice. Let's see. Yeah, let's just Chrysalis. Or I could Brain Surge first. Oh, trigger Messenger. Yeah, let's Brain Surge because it feels like drawing lands here is pretty good. Okay, so now what am I casting this turn? I think I'm casting the Writhing Chrysalis, which means I'll put these two back. I think I'd rather draw the Serum Visionary first. Okay, land. Chrysalis. And I don't need to sack two things to play that and pass the turn. The other thing is there's a static prison out, so like if I just delay, they have to make more energy or the static prison goes away. And I get Warp Tusker back. Okay. This is, I think, going okay. They have a pretty nice white-green deck. I can't quite block down the Angel of the Ruins, but... Oh, the Oozewag. So now it is a Trampler. All right. If they attack with it... Hold on. What happens next turn? They have 3 blockers. The Oozewag blocks the Altasaur. Those trade. Or those trade. This hits them to 4. They have to block Chrysalis. They have to block that. They just go to 0, right? Is that accurate? They go to -1? Right? This goes to 4. None of these have lifelink or anything. So they go to 4. Block, block, block. Yeah, all right. Nice. Okay, well, at least I'm not the only one who can make mistakes around here, huh? All right, well, that is going to work out, I think. This is just forced on the board here. Block, 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 and that'll do it. All right. Oof. Well, close one, but we got there. And our opponent attacked to put themselves dead on board. Leaving up Ghostfire Slice to kill the lifelink granter was pretty nice. All right. On to a good start. I'm still bummed about that first deck. Ugh, that game is just going to haunt me. It's like, I lose a lot of games of Magic, often by my own hand, but that one was a particularly egregious. I hope you enjoyed that, because I sure didn't. You take solace that it was not you who did that, it was me. And I'm on the draw here. No blue mana, but I have Cycle Tusker and Ghostfire Slice, sure. And if I draw Island, this hand is a banger. Mulling in the Eldrazi format when you're trying to hit 7 mana plays is a tough one. Let's see what my opponent thinks about all this. All right, I will keep... Ah, there we go. Island. Here, look, here. Don't want to sack the landscape because I do have colorless requiring things. I don't think the second green is like that important. Emperor of Bones is a good one. All right, let's play Messenger and kind of hope it lives. If it lives, I'm almost assuredly playing Serum Visionary. If it does not, I guess maybe I'll Ghostfire Slice the Emperor of Bones, depending on what they do. It looks like they're... I was going to say they're deciding whether to kill my thing or not. They just missed a free attack. You're allowed to just attack there. Oh, land. I should have sacked my thing. All right, well, there's no point in killing the Ophiumancer now. I mean, like, I will maybe want to kill the Ophiumancer at some point, but don't want the land. Do I want a second Tusker? Seems fine, honestly. I'm about to make a token here. Pass the turn. I mean, I don't have to kill the Emperor Bones right now. Obviously, this card is pretty scary, but it would be nice to get to cast Brain Surge next turn, make another token off Messenger, then crack the landscape to shuffle. They've had turn 2 rare, turn 3 rare, so let's hope they don't have another one here. Blue-black. Blue-black's okay in sealed. It does sometimes have a bit of trouble with Eldrazi. Oh, did they figure out they could attack with Emperor Bones? Though, no, not blocking the snake, obviously. Here, I might actually block the Emperor Bones, is the funny part. Sheltering Landscape. Swing with this. Pass the turn. I don't need a Brain Surge on their turn. All right, so now I'll Brain Surge just to make sure this whole thing works. Put back 2 forests. And crack the landscape. Honestly, I think I'm more likely to want a second mountain in the same turn than I am another forest. They can like animate their 7/7 with Emperor Bones, but that also doesn't really do that much. And next turn, I could sack a token to play territory color before playing a land and play a land and trigger it and hope to hit a creature. And if you don't, you get to surveil 1 still. Okay. Would I sack a token? I guess I would block this with a token if they attacked. 7 life. 7 life is a lot. All right. And I also have the option next turn of going like Serum Visionary, trigger Emrakul's Messenger, Ghostfire, slice something. I will eventually need to kill the Ophiomancer and the snakes. That is true. Well, kill the Ophiomancer so I can trade something for the snake and then, you know, get damage through after that. But okay. So this thing is, when it enters and whenever they draw their 3rd card, they amass zombies 3. So, or are they going to eat their Drown-Yard Lurker? They are. Are they going to go for it? They are. All right. I mean, this seems fine. It lets them, it seems like a good play from their part. Lets them attack. They didn't play a land this turn. That's worth noting. All right, well, I'll just block the Lurker. Take 6, or take 5 rather. This goes away. I draw for my turn. It that heralds the end. Huh. I kind of just want to play territory color. Yeah. And not sack the spawn. And then here. Actually, I don't like not attacking, but if they kill the territory color, I think I want to threaten to double block Emperor Bones, as painful as that might be. Because next turn I get to play a Warped Tusker, which is pretty nice. Eat my Brain Surge. All right. Attack with the snake. All right. I mean, that's fine. They didn't attack with the 3/3. That could threaten a Brain Surge, because if they draw mid-combat, they get to amass. But, I mean, I might get to attack back with territory color. We'll see what they do. They don't have a land, it seems like. All spells. They could have a 3rd color, but this looks kind of like just a blue-black deck, so. Oh, yeah. See, this is what a Crush Marauder normally does. But eats my Serum Visionary. Okay, take my turn. I would have hit a creature last turn. Play my land. Trigger this thing. I'll reveal the Wumpus. Thank you. Now, I could cast Tusker. I could also cast Serum Visionary and make a token. But I think I'm just going to attack with these. Block with those 2, huh? That's interesting. Yeah, I guess I would allow that. I don't think I'd even cast Ghostfire Slice. All right. And now I could Wumpus Aberration, but I think I just cast Tusker. Make my thing. Tusker hits, pass the turn. All right. Don't know what that was about. Maybe they have a Gravedigg or something. Because Ophiomancer is pretty threatening. Next turn, if I don't draw a land, I might lead with Serum Visionary because it's kind of bad not to have a land. All right, they did have the Gravedigg. But so no land, but they also didn't kick the Gravedigg because they could have entwined and made a thing. Huh. Okay, let's start with Serum Visionary, and yeah, that seems fine. Any lands? Not quite. I don't want Idle here. I do think a land on top is probably for the best. I do get to make a token. Attack with the messenger. Definitely don't want to trade for the snake here. Wither and bloom that. After I did this whole thing? Alright, that's odd. Let's just play Nightshade Dryad. And I think is going to happen here, they might use Wither and Bloom on Emperor of Bones. And if they do, I'll Ghostfire Slice it. I have kind of a lot of things in my hand. But I feel pretty good about that. This is what happens against blue black a lot. You just eventually cast all these things and just kind of run them over with this giant Eldrazi. Like, this is going to give me a bunch of life. I mean, Ophiomancer does fight against this stuff fairly well, but it really isn't the end of the world. That is where like a Nyxborn Hydra can't be good, of course. So if they Wither and Bloom the Emperor, yeah, I will Ghostfire Slice it, because that way they don't get a creature back either. Or are they going to tag the Serum Visionary? Yeah, I could see doing that. They're not going to attack. Oh, they're going to attack with the snake? This is wild. All right. Wither and Bloom is a sorcery. Yeah, so they do that. Would have been nice if they had a sneaky snacker and play to have a legend or a multicolor card, make it cost 1. But yeah, but Ophiomancer's not going to make a snake now. So now they're just going to get attacked back for a bunch. Am I going to play It That Heralds the End here? I think I am. Because I go It That Heralds the End, and then I can play a Tusker still. Because it makes them 1 cheaper. And then they take 9 down to 5 here because they attacked with their snake for 1 point of damage. Yeah, that's what's going to happen, I guess. All right. Pass the turn. So they still have a bunch of cards. Wormcoil Larva. All right. I guess I can't really attack into that right now. Yeah, let's Breaker of Creation, I think. Gain 11 and pass the turn. They have land number 6. I mean, I actually kind of don't mind them playing lands. Obviously, if they play a 6-drop, I'll be less happy. But I think the Breaker could come in it potentially. So what happens if I attack with everything next turn? Well, they're going to play something here this turn first, so we'll have to see how that goes. They can't mess with the Breaker too much. If they have a card draw spell or minus conscription, starts going. 4 mana. And Gravedigg, make a 2/2 and get Emperor of Bones back. Emperor of Bones. Sure. What can they get out of my graveyard? Emrakul's Messenger and a Cursed Marauder out of their graveyard. Okay. That's not the worst, but let's see what we got. Perilous Landscape. I can cycle it, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I just play both my creatures. Pay it with colorless. Cast Tusker. And then I'm going to set up a turn where I just attack with all these at once, probably. This game would have been a lot harder to win if they just didn't attack with their snake multiple times. I do actually need something else to close this game out, it feels like. Just because Wormcoil Larva and Ophiomancer do a pretty good job of stopping things on the ground. I do have a lot of Emrakul's Messengers in my deck. Let's see, 6, 9, 10. Okay. I've gone through a lot of cards in my deck too. Okay, they have a land. I mean, I kind of, like I said, I don't mind them drawing lands because if they just had all spells, it would be bad. All right, so they're going to tap Breaker of Creation, or they're attacking the Wumpus because it's trample, sure. All right, well, I guess I wasn't attacking yet anyways. They can put in their Accursed Marauder if they want. I don't have anything else in my graveyard, right? Oh, Emrakul's Messenger, sure. Not land, please? Oh, Evolution Witness. Huh. That's kind of interesting because that makes me want to. So if I attack with all the big things, not Eternals, but all this to these Tuskers, they go to 8, but so they technically could let this through. But let's say they want to block everything, 2 die, and then 2 get chumped, and then I can play Eternal Witness. But I'm throwing away Breaker into a Snake, but then I get Breaker back. All right. I think there's too many things that eat the Serum Visionary for free that I don't want to send them in. So I think I'll send in that. And then they do have to sack 2 permanents to the Breaker of Creation. All right. That is fine because I just sack Serum Visionary anyway. They sack Accursed Marauder, all right. That exchange happens. I guess they just sack 2 lands probably, or they could sack the Mindless Conscription, but I don't think they're that likely to want to do that. They could sack a zombie token, sure. Oh, they sack both. Wow, they do want all their mana. Okay. Yep, Snake there, Wormcoil there. I mean, they could let 1 through and chump 1 with Meddler. They could double block 1. No, that can't. Doesn't even work. Oh, they're blocking with Ophiomancer and Meddler. Interesting. All right, I'm pretty happy with how that's going. They will get to make 2 snakes, these worms, but now their snakes are gone. Maybe for good. Though, one of the things they could have another grave dig in hand, funnily enough. Though they've been eating their own creatures, or have they? Not really so much. All right. Make 2 snakes. Let's play this. Use it now. I think I get back Breaker of Creation. Can't play it yet, but I will be able to at some point here. I could have gotten Emrakul's Messenger, but that one just feels a little weak. And next turn, the Death Toucher can need another Tusker, but then I have Wumpus and Tusker still knocking at their door, and the Evolution Witness gets to attack too. And I get to play Breaker, gain enough life that I'm not under any threat, and then, yeah, we'll see. They have 2 cards in hand. They kept all their land. They discarded they sacked the Mindless Conscription, which I'm pretty happy with, because that was one of the cards that kind of really gets them back in the game. They draw a Brain Surge or something like that. What if I drew a Writhing Chrysalis? Would that be good? That'd be pretty good. Okay, they definitely have something in hand. Oh, a Depth Defiler. Pouncing Emperor Bones? Emperor Bones it's not that strong. I mean, it's good, but I mean, I guess getting Wormcoil Larva, sure. No, that makes some sense. Because they can put that into play. But no, but it will have a finality counter, so it won't even make a thing. All right. I definitely don't sack the land. I definitely don't sack the land. All right, let's start with a Rumble, huh? Pick up a Messenger. So they're effectively at 10. They have 4 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess the Wumpus blocks the Depth Defiler. That blocks that. That blocks that. That blocks that. and then they take 2, 3, 4. So they take 7? Is attacking with everything just great here? Hold on. This eats a worm, or this trades there. This chumps there and they go to 10. This blocks Wumpus, they go to 8, and then they have to block Witness and go to 1. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, they go to 3. So they could not block Witness. They could block Is Herald to the end and go to 1. Then they wouldn't lose Emperor of Bones. But that's like them chumping. That actually sounds fine. Oh wait, this token can't attack. I'm definitely attacking with all of these. I guess I don't really want to attack Witness into those. So if I attack like this, block 1, chump the other, go to 10, then go down to 3. So if I'm attacking with the other 3 things, that's going block there, go to 1 or something like that. Yeah, I guess let's just send in these then. And then we'll play Breaker of Creation afterwards. And I think the Messenger. Yeah, I have enough mana for that. But I guess actually I should have just played Breaker first. I'm going to gain like 1 less life. Yeah, you got to block a little more here. You go to 10, you go to 3. You can't block the Trampler with the Death Toucher. You kind of have to block the Tusker. Oh, they're just chumping like that? Oh, they really want to kill Wumpus Aberration, huh? All right. Works for me. And cast Breaker. You left a Forest untapped? Well, I don't think it's going to matter, but that's kind of ridiculous. Sure, you got a Worm Coil. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's doing. I'm at 37. Okay. It took some grinding. This has been the longest game by far, but I feel like, yeah, I'll take it. I feel like they're just dead now. Am I missing something? I also could have blocked with a token and sacked it, but whew, all right. It took some doing, but we got there. We're doing as well as we started with the other deck, even though, like I said, that deck was much better. But we persist. Let's go. Okay. Battling Mabel of Cragflame, and I'm on the play. Disaster. This hand is so good if I can go Nightshade Dread into Double Messenger, Brain Surge, Cycle Tuskers. I'll keep this hand. I think I just put back Idol. I don't know. I don't have green mana, but I feel like the Idol is just going to be too slow. I kind of have to draw green. All right. Perilous Landscape. This time I don't think I need to sack it. If I'd kept Idle, I could be like making tokens, I guess, here, but felt like maybe putting back Evolution Witness for Idle. I don't know. I just feel like most of the games I win are just going to be by drawing green, not really like the games where I just go Idle turn 2, use it turn 3 and 4. I just feel like not successful games. Oh, that's a nice one. Pass. I'll stop on my upkeep because there's a chance I want to sack that Perilous Landscape now. Okay, nice. And I could put back Perilous Landscape and one of the Tuskers. Yeah. I don't think I even want to draw them. I think upkeep, I will sack this. An island is fine. Draw. Well, I drew the Tusker anyway. Land. I think I will cycle the Tusker though, because that way I can still play Territory Color next turn, but it increases the odds that I find a land, and it means I can turn 6 one of these 7s. All right, Brain Surge was nice. There are also 4 colors so far, or maybe all 5, and not doing anything, which I guess I don't mind. It's pig time. Okay. They might think I have a counterspell too. I've kind of looked like I have. Draw. Oh, a Wumpus. Wump Wump. I think I actually am just going to play this and play the Wumpus with colorless. The reason is, first of all, this plays around Ether Spike, the counterspell, which I don't think they have at this point anyway. But second, I can just play Territory Color and then play a land, make sure I get the one thing. Oh, they got to Brain Surge with the fetch. All right, so they're gonna have some good plays now, because they've done nothing. Turn 4, no plays. The first thing they did is cast a draw 2. Well, draw 4 and then put 2 back. But they're gonna be on 5 mana, and I'm up a 6/6 already. Yeah, I don't mind this. Next turn I play Tusker. I do have to draw another green to play Altasaur, but I will eventually do that, I'm sure. Okay, then they crack the landscape. See what they get here. Montaña, all 5 colors. All right, I'm expecting a bunch of removal and powerful spells. Yeah, that they had. So Brea makes 2 Thopters, 1 flying Thopters, and they can pay 2 and sack 2 artifacts to bolt, -4/-4, or gain 5. All right. Okay, they just took it. Just cast Tusker here. I think that's a lot better than Territory Color. Pass the turn. I can play another Tusker. If I draw a green, I guess I'd rather Altasaur first. If I draw a non-green land, I can leave this untapped and sack the token to do this. That's Eldrazi Repurposer is not the strongest thing here, but I guess they're going to set up double block Tusker, chump Tusker, and then sack the 2 tokens to -4/-4 the Wumpus. I mean, if they leave their mana up, I can just not attack with that. Oh, pay a life, sack creature, make a treasure. Oh, they are cooking. They are cooking. Okay. Take my turn. Not the strongest draw, honestly. Yeah. Guess I'll attack and see what they do. Make a treasure and go to 7. They have to pay life for that. All right. Let's just keep playing Tuskers. I don't know. You got nothing better to do here. If I had drawn a green, I would play Altasaur, of course. And if I had drawn a land, maybe there's a version of like color, play a land, play messenger. All right, you got every color in the world, lots of mana, 7, 8, 9, plus you could just use more things to Soul Trader. 5 cards in hand. I guess do your thing. Oh, okay, there we go. So Kozilek. So up to 2 target players manifest. For each card manifests, that's why you draw a card. Are they going to target me? You know what's kind of interesting is of manifesting the Altasaur. I don't know if they did not target me. Manifesting the Altasaur can be sick, actually. And other colorless creatures you control get +3/+2. All right. Yeah, Kozilek might actually do it. What I need to find is a little bit of removal here. Okay. I mean, If the Herald's End isn't terrible, but let's see. If I played that, Kozilek eats the Wumpus, and then at best these go like chump, sack, chump, sack. That doesn't sound ideal. So I think what I'm going to do is Territory Color. Sack this to go get a forest. Do that right away. Trigger the color. And draw a card. All right. Pass the turn. I no longer feel like I'm in good shape here. I didn't think I was like crushing or anything because obviously like they again had 10 mana and 5 cards in hand in every single color, but that's pretty good. I have a lot of idiots. I think I give up on the trample aspect and just sack the smallest guy. And I don't want to sack territory color because that's a card draw engine. I mean, they don't have great attacks unless they have a removal spell. I guess they can make a treasure and they can pay 2. -4/-4. So they can sack this, because they can turn into a treasure with the Worn Soul Trader. -4/-4. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I have to give up the territory color, and I think I triple block here. They also might have like a way to just get this back from the graveyard, but I don't think I can just take the damage. Okay. Legion leadership on Kozilek, huh? Sure. That is not going to go well. All right, I guess I didn't lose my territory color. But I did not kill Kozilek. And they have 3 cards left in hand. Well, what you got? They could -4/-4 the color now. No, they did not. All right, land. Let's see what we have here. Oh yeah, another creature. And so I could play Nightshade Dryad. I could play Annoyed Altasaur. If I play the Dryad, I could also play Dryad and Evolution Witness, but I kind of want to use Witness to get back things. So I think I go Dryad. Just as a 1/2 Death Touch or threatening to block Kozilek is nice. Token Maker. And I'll just play it here at the end. I'll sack my Eldrazi token. All right, well, they can kill the Nightshade with Brea if they want by turning something into a treasure. They didn't do anything end of turn, so they didn't spend any more mana end of turn? Huh. I'm confused as to what they've got going on to make that make sense. I mean, I guess they could have lands in their hand. I don't know that they've actually stopped playing lands. I guess we both haven't played lands consistently the last couple turns, but they have to have a couple spells in hand. All right. Oh, they're just sacking Brea? That's surprising. Let's just double block here. No, they didn't have a removal spell. Okay, I go to 14, but then the Kozilek's gone. Hopefully they don't have a way to get it back. It would obviously be terrible for me if they did. And next turn I get to play Altasaur. I also get to attack them for 4 in the air, which is pretty nice. Okay, well, I don't know. I was going to say I don't know that Kozilek's going to be good, but I just drew Ghost Fire Slice. All right, we take those. Yes, we certainly do. It felt like I shouldn't have won that game, but you know what? We take it. All right, we're 3-0. We'll take it. Battling Jace here. And I'm on the play. Nice. This hand looks really good. So let's lead on Sheltering Landscape because I want to play a turn 2 Dryad. Emrakul's Messenger has been consistently very good. Having a lot of them is great too because it just lets you build into them. But did they mulligan too? Nice. Kozilek, yeah, I haven't played against that card in a while. That card is a beating. Yeah, I don't know what was in their hand, of course, but the way that all worked out was kind of nice. I mean, I think even without the Ghostfire Slice, I was going to hit them to 3. They couldn't just recast Kozilek because they would just die to the flyers. So, all right, let's get a forest. And next turn, run the Nightshade Dryad out. All right, play this Nightshade Dryad. That way I can double spell on the turn after. I can go Rumble Messenger. Ooh, Messenger, cast Rush of Inspiration. I don't mind that. Though my Nightshade Dryad may be toast here. Yeah. If you can kill it, you kill it. That's all right, because I'm going to go land, sack this, island, Rumble. Yeah, I'll pick up Territory Color. I don't need another land that badly. Because next turn, there's a lot of things I can do. I would like to draw an untapped land, but not enough to put back a very good spell. Because I can also just play Rush of Inspiration. It just would be nice to be able to go like Messenger plus Tusker or Visionary. But it'll kind of depend on what I draw. If I have to just play Visionary and Rush as a land, that's fine. Setting up a territory color the next turn. It would also be kind of nice not to cycle the Warp Tusker here. Land. Oh yeah, okay, well, let's play this here in Visionary. Draw, there's my land. Ooh, I mean, I definitely want Chrysalis. Do I want Idol here? Could be your Idol. I think it's still kind of too slow. That card is not great. I wonder if I should even be playing it. I think so. I kind of have a lot of ways to make tokens, but let's see. They have mana now. They're Jund, but we don't really know. They could easily still have a bunch of Eldrazi in their deck. I imagine we're going to outpower most people with this hand. Oh yeah, that doesn't matter. They can make a token and then play a Kami. Yeah, this is all kind of like medium, small ball stuff. And we're doing big things over here. But what are we going to do, though? What is our play? Let's go land. I could sack the token to color, but that seems really bad to me. I don't want to do that. I think I want to go Chrysalis to start with and then play the Messenger off 1 token. Make Chrysalis bigger. All right, pass the turn. And then next turn, if I draw a land, I could just slam Breaker. But honestly, if I draw a land, I think I might play this a little slow and just go like color, play a land. You know, get my color triggers off. Kami of Jealous Thirst is not going to do that great in a Jund deck. Like, it's okay, because it's a 1/3 Death Touch, can block an Eldrazi. But the activated ability is just not going to be free ever, which makes it a lot less dangerous. In blue-black, where they get to trigger it for free like twice a game or something, that's a lot harder. Like, I'm not that close to getting drained out, and at some point I'll just get to play Breaker. Oh, I had gone through a bunch of lands, I guess. Let's see. They could have a kill spell, and they're looking at killing the Messenger, though. I prefer they didn't shoot the Messenger. They could also kill Chrysalis and maybe open up to an attack. If they have a fight spell, they can just kill the Chrysalis. Oh, they have Evolution Witness that can get back a land. Okay. Yeah, that's acceptable. They get to play their land. They might have blue mana in their deck, but they already had every color of mana because of Nightshade Dryad, so I'm not that concerned. Take my turn. The Brood Scale. Huh? What do I do? I think I just go down 1 on tokens to cast this. And I don't think there's any point in attacking with the Chrysalis, just trading for Kami. The advantage of trading for the Kami is that they can't use it to drain life anymore, but I don't know that they're going to use that next turn anyways, and I feel like that trade is kind of on the table, and if I draw a way to get this off the board, then that would be kind of nice. This was kind of a disaster to draw. The cards I want to draw now, a land is okay because of this thing, and this is expensive. I did put myself in a position where this isn't quite castable, though I have this anyway. But drawing like a kind of low impact spell is way worse than drawing a land or like a good expensive spell. But I guess I really am not in the market for another 7-drop right now. If they have a way to put more counters on the Witness, that could be annoying. That's the other thing, is trading off here and then having them like give this another counter and get back the Kami. Don't really like it. Like this. They just have it on board. The thing I'm talking about is right there. So I guess I'll just peck with the messenger for now. Send a message. And I can start using the Kami, I guess. The other thing I could do... Wait, what? Why are we with her? Oh, signature slam. They really want to... No, but they already have Kami. Oh, they want a signature slam. They want to put the counter on the Witness. Oh, lethal throwdown. Oh, sacking the modified creature. Sure. Killing the Tusker. That's already... This is already a 6/7 compared to a 6/8. And this, I think, has a lot more room to grow. All right. Well, they used the Wither and Bloom. They cycled it to draw a card, which is, makes sense. But using it on the Witness is, I think, going to be more fruitful. Considering attacking? Really? Oh. Okay. I guess they have another Death Toucher. They have the Nightshade Dryad, so sure. They could send. No, they just didn't do anything. All right, land here is not that bad. Oh, let's not do that first. Let's first attack with the messenger. Okay, then go color. Land. I don't really want an island at this point, no. I don't want to sack a token to play a Brood Scale either. That doesn't really seem like it accomplishes much for me. At some point, they're also going to draw more lands. They've been kind of chilling on like 4 or 5 lands for a while. As have I. And I expect us both to draw a few more lands. Though I actually I have a lot fewer lands left in my deck. I have 6 lands in my graveyard. So 12. That means I only have 5 lands left in my deck. They have 5, 6, 7. They have 10 lands left in their deck. So, I mean, yeah, their deck's 40% land right now, presumably. Galvanic Discharge. What? How is that possibly the play? Over my Emrakul's Messenger? What is happening? Do they have like a Foul Strike to kill a flyer or something? Oh, they really want to make a Tarmogoyf? They make a Tarmogoyf when they hit me with a creature. Like 1 or more, so they get 1 Tarmogoyf. And for this, I get to eat their 2 creatures. All right. Deal, I guess. They make a 4/5. But they traded a 4/3 and a Marionette Apprentice, which is like a really good card. Okay, that's what we call a legal maneuver, but and whenever a Lord God permanent is put in the graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, put it onto the battlefield. But that doesn't do anything with that token. So this is basically a 6/7. So they could double block here. Let's see. Witness. And I think we just use the Witness now. What are we going to get back, though? There's so many options. I could just get back a colorless land, but I don't really love that. Helps cast Breaker, but I'll be able to cast Breaker eventually. Though I guess casting Breaker sooner rather than later could be better. I could also just get back like a Tusker or something. Or Nightshade. Oh, maybe I just get back to Nightshade. No, but if I get Nightshade, I have to sack the token. So, you know what? Let's get back... Perilous Landscape. The thing is, it triggers the territory color twice, so that's actually probably fine. See, look, it already just drew me a card, and then I can play the Basking Brute Scale, and then send with the Messenger. I don't even really want to trade for Disa here, and this leaves me with more creatures back to block. And now I have some idiots that I don't mind blocking Death Touchers with. If they have like a trample spell, that's something, I guess. Oh, they have the Foul Strike to make that a 3/5. Sure. Then play. Oh, that guy can get Menace. They have no cards in hand. Play any of these things. I think I just play the Altasaur to get an extra play here. Let me see. I have 15 cards. All right, I can cast Rumble. Rumble. No, just take stats. Boom. Big. And hit in the air. And now I have 5 blockers, and they effectively have 5 attackers. But also, if they really want to commit to attacking with Disa, that's just not that bad for me. I can still play Breaker of Creation next turn. And then Wumpus. And then go from there. And I milled another land, so we'll see. Also 2 reasonably large tramplers. This is a much scarier looking Tarmogoyf than the Future Sight one, I'll tell you that much. Okay. It's got Menace. They're all in. They really want to get, excuse me, those decent triggers. Well, let's block. I guess I'll put this on the Disa. Or actually, this on the Disa. Hold on. The Altasaur on Tarmogoyf. These 2 on that, and then this on that. Sack this token. I mean, I think, and sack this token. Like, I think I was going to win this game regardless, but they saw that Disa and they just, like, lost their mind. Like, I got to throw everything I can at getting a Tarmogoyf token. I mean... and they victimized those 2 back and they just attacked them. All right. Well, yeah, there we go. Was that 4-0? Or was that 3-0? No, it was 4-0. Okay, so we're currently getting our money back, just about 7,200 gems versus 8,000 if I lose 2 in a row. But if I win 1, we're up to 10,000 gems. And if I win another one, we're up to a box. And if I win 1 more than that, that's 2 boxes. All right, battling... Wait, someone scary looking. I don't know who that is. Opponent goes first. All right, this is going to be another game where we have Idol of the False Gods, and I will see if I want to cut it. I like my hand. If they have... Okay, that's not the Nightshade Dryad, which is nice. Let's go land. Let's rumble. Let's pick up a Dryad of our own, actually. Don't really need a second 7. I think I still just play Serum Visionary next turn. All right, they're going to attack for 3. Sure. All right, and they played the 7/6 as a land, so it's worth noting. Not like the biggest deal or anything. Let's play this because this sets me up to draw some lands, which I would like to ensure. Okay, not a land, but 2 lands. Yeah. That looks great. Let's just keep both lands on top. Next turn I can play Nightshade Dryad plus that idol. Oh no. Titan's Vanguard, it's going to put a counter on the Brood Scale and then make another... Okay, this is not going to go great for me. And despite having gold cards, the Ghostfire Slice still costs 3 because their gold cards don't count. Land. Nightshade Dryad. Ghostfire Slice that. I really can't risk the Titan's Vanguard pumping that again. What I'm hoping here is they don't have an answer to Nightshade Dryad and maybe I can just block. Okay, unsurprisingly that did not work. Alright, I take 6. Jeez, and I just trample. 7. Now by the time I play the Witness, it's just going to be too big. Yeah, I am just dead. Alright. I'm going to take this idol out. Yeah, that was a great match. Thanks. Yeah, we were a little too slow there. Need to be on the play, maybe? I don't know. But the idol just not doing it for me. I would think I would put in Utter Insignificance. This is a decent removal spell. You can even find it off Rumble, which is nice. It's like that. Foul Strike, Fangs. I mean, I could also play... Maybe I just play Fangs. But I think this deck actually more will win games off just having a cheap piece of interaction. So even if it's not one that's like the best early game, but it's pretty good in the mid or late game to reduce one of their like 8/8s to a 1/1. Okay. Battling Chandra here. And I'm on the draw. Okay. I'll run it. Don't think I can mulligan this hand. Oh, that's not actually bad at all. Because now I don't have to rumble into an island anymore. Now I can just cast Rumble and take whatever's best. Oh, no 2-drop. And I drew my first 2 draws were Crackling Falls into Chrysalis. Pick up a Wumpus Aberration. All right. I like how this is going. Oh, Snapping Voidcraw is good. I don't think it's good enough. Oh, I should just play the Power Stone, I think. Yeah. If I play the Chrysalis this turn, I have to sack this Spawn, and then I'm using Spawn to cast spells. I could just play the Power Stone here. Hopefully I don't have a way to kill it. Wastecape Battle Mage, kill my 2 permanents would be such a beating. Alright, they had a Chrysalis of their own. And they're keeping blue and black mana up, huh, for some reason. Land. I've uttered Insignificance, but it's not clear to me if I put it on the Chrysalis or put it on the Voidcraw. I think it's probably the Chrysalis, so let's cast Chrysalis first. Just in case they have Ether Spike, the 2 mana counter. And you know what, actually, maybe I'll just Wumpus here. And I hope they don't have the counter. That'd be nice. Okay. And then maybe I can utter Insignificance at some point later. Okay, they just tapped this just to make it look like they had stuff. Sure. The thing about casting Insignificance on the Voidcraw is they still have all the token making. All right, so now I might end up just casting it on the Drownyard Lurker. Let's see what I draw, though. A Breaker of Creation. That's a good one, but let's see. If I attack with both and they block Chrysalis on Drownyard Lurker, I think that's kind of a disaster. So I think I just attack with the Wumpus. And see what they do. Okay. Utter Insignificance here. And then they take 5 trample. Yeah, all right, that was a pretty good switch here. And then think I just want to do Serum Visionary because I haven't played a land yet. So if I draw a land, it's not that bad. Oh, Rumble. I think I should cast the Rumble here. I don't think I need to keep Sheltering Landscape on top, though. No. Cast Rumble. And Serum Visionary, another land. I have 6 mana right now. I'll have 7 with the Rumble. Demirkul's Messengers aren't doing that much for me. I think I'm just going to take Serum Visionary, and if I don't draw a land, then I'll just cast a Tusker, and if I draw a land, I'll cast Breaker. I think either one's fine. Chrysalis is going to be hard to get through, as it usually is. If they don't have another way to make Eldrazi Scions this turn, or spawns rather, then the Wumpus can attack, but yeah, they're just going big. All right. Going extremely large. Yeah, 2 can play at that game. I'm just going to play Tusker because the Breaker doesn't even necessarily do that much to hit with yet. So let's just wait on that, not sack any spawn if I can avoid it, and then cast this and gain even more life. The Voidcraw can start drawing cards if I delay too much, so I do have to watch out for that. Two of my messengers are gone. I don't have... Okay. I don't have a big stalemate breaker here. One top, one bottom, huh? And they have a bunch of swamps for who knows what reason yet. They might have, like, you know, Breathe Your Last or whatever. The black one, kill any creature. Okay, Chrysalis. Is this like drawing with Voidcraw? It is. Maybe they put a land on top. All right. Yeah, the Tuskers, like, attacking with Tusker into Tusker plus Visionary. Yeah, no, it doesn't work out great. Here's where the idol would actually have been good, but obviously it wouldn't have been good to not have utter insignificance earlier. Okay, play Breaker of Creation past the turn. Maybe next turn? Planar Genesis, sure. I've cast a couple Rumbles, right? Yeah. I have Evolution Witness. I can get back utter insignificance. That could be nice. Breaker making them sack 2 spawn is just not that effective. Here's where like a combat trick could be good, or maybe instant speed removal of some kind. Yeah, they played a Drown Your Lurker. Yeah, the Voidcraw's been good for them this game. I mean, Voidcraw's a fine card in Sealed. It was a little weak in draft, or not weak exactly, but this card ended up being a little bit worse than it looked like, just because the 2-mana accelerants were also good. Theomancer. Ah, that's the splash. Yeah, that is annoying. Can verify that. This is one of those games where I don't really know how I'm meant to win. It's Serum Visionary, and then we'll probably play Territory Color afterwards, but we can go Brain Surge. Okay. Let's keep those on top. Play Territory Color. Pass the turn. And I guess, like, what is my path to victory here? I eventually just attack with like a million Eldrazi. At least they don't have a colorless land right now. They have to sack a Scion every time to do that. All right. So I can go Altasaur. It'd be nice if I had a land drop to color plus Serum Visionary is a nice combo. Oh, there's their colorless land, so now they'll be able to do this whole thing. I'm also the one who gets decked first, for whatever that's worth. I rarely saw games actually come to decking in this format, but sometimes you do end up in these like ridiculous stalls. Emrakul's Messenger wouldn't have even done it because the Tuskers have reach. This is why it's nice to have the like 5 mana tap all your opponent's creatures sort of deal. All right, Breaker of Creation not coming in quite yet. Understood. Actually, I changed my mind. Let's sack Perilous Landscape. Kind of want to see what's in my deck too. I have a Ghostfire Slice, It That Heralds the End, Evolution Witness, Territory Color, Graveyard. I'll just play the Altasaur now. Into Brood Scale. I mean, I have a Ghostfire Slice, so maybe at like next turn, I wonder, does attack with everything, does that do something? It probably is okay. Right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are pretty big. And they have a Death Toucher and then a big creature and 2 big creatures, and then the other ones aren't that big. Now they're going to play Devourer of Destiny eating Altasaur. I think I'm just getting decked here. Because making an unsuccessful attack and getting Ophiomancered is just like such a disaster. To Mindless Conscription, sure. So Breaker untaps. I draw. Oh, It That Heralds the End is kind of nice. And I guess I should just brainstorm first anyway. Let's see. Any Ghostfire Slices? No, I did draw the Witness though. So let's go. And Nightshade Dryad. And reveal this. So what happens if I attack with everything? 6. This is a 6/7. None of those actually have incredible blocks. And I have Evolution Witness. All right. Yeah, I guess I will just attack with straight up everything, huh? I mean, I wouldn't attack with it that heralds the end regardless, so it being summoning sick, no big deal. I also have a combat trick of sorts. I can cycle Warp Tusker and make my Chrysalis a little bigger mid-combat. I feel like I'm not winning if we just sit here, so let's... the only relevant card left in my deck is Ghostfire Slice, I think. Because now that I've drawn the Witness. Okay, they sacked a Conscription and a land. So maybe I'll give them the opportunity to like make some bad blocks or something, and then I can Witness back the Utter Insignificance if I want. Devour, trade for color. Okay, yeah, that's one of your good blocks. Chrysalis, trade for Breaker. Tusker can bounce off of one of the big things. They could eat my Brood Scale and my Serum Visionaries, but I just don't care about that. Oh, Snake on the Breaker. Okay. Tusker and Wumpus are going to bounce off each other. Though they could put in a 2/2 in that block as well. They are under a little time pressure. Blocking this many creatures on the clock actually can be a little challenging. Ophiomancer on a 1/2. Yeah, that does track. A 3/3 on a 2/2. They used one timeout already. Serum Visionary Chump. The one good block they're missing is they really should put a 2/2 with Tusker on a Wumpus. I think that works out nicely. Use another timeout. Okay, so I'm throwing away those 3. This is going to eat. That's going to be a bad trade. It's going to be an okay trade. Yeah, this attack wasn't amazing. I will say that. All right, I'll sack this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I could sack the Perilous Landscape and then cycle Tusker, but I should sack this first while Coalition or while Territory Color is still in play. Oh, I literally have one card in my deck that does anything. All right, I'm gonna get decked first anyway, so I don't think I need to do anything. And then here, I guess I could put a counter on the Brood Scale and make a thing, but I don't really want to do that. I think I just pass. Okay. Oh, they didn't even sack their token. All right, and then play a Nightshade Dryad. Pass the turn. Sacking that. Yeah, didn't really get me there. I didn't think it was going to be great, but I am eventually getting decked here. And by eventually, I mean right about now. Well, this is sad. I'm not going to win any boxes. That first deck was so good. So far I've won 4 boxes, which isn't too bad, but you aren't going to be a witness to any of that. Sack my Nightshade Dryad. Here's where like an Ulamog or an Emrakul can just be incredible in these mirrors. Here's where like the +2 plus like the Fangs of Colonia. Maybe I did need that after all. Wouldn't have been good in the other games I lost though, so I don't know. I mean, at this point, like Ophiomancer is just such a huge problem for these decks. It's not the only thing that matters, but like, yeah, I don't think I can get by all their stuff. I think I will save their time, mine, and yours, and call it there. Did get some gems back, though. Got 4 wins, so 7,200 gems, so could be worse. Could definitely be better. Couldn't be worse than the first one, though. Bad ending. Well, I hope you enjoyed my pain. All right, that'll do it for this one. Try to win some boxes here. I'll be playing these the rest of the weekend, but, we'll see how that goes. And maybe I'll do another run. We'll find out. That'll be it for today, though. I'll be back tomorrow with some more magic, hopefully some more luck, hopefully some better plays. As always, the eternal prayer of the drafter. Tomorrow, I'll get luckier and play better. But in this case, maybe that's true. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.